I would say it's bittersweet. Very happy with winning the 5K, but for me, it's I find it more important to do my best. And I was not able to do that in this championship because of obviously with the virus and everything. And for me, that's more important than winning medals, because obviously I believe in myself, and if I do my best, I think I'm gonna win most of my races. So I think that's more. I see it as more of a consequence of doing my best, and I was not able to do so. So of course I'm not happy with the championship. Even though it's been a great championship with a great crowd, a great city, and a great event in general. But I will most definitely try my best to not ever be in this situation again.
How'd you try and kick the illness between the 1500 first round of the 5K and tonight?
There's really not much that I can do. So I've been I skipped 2 easy jog runs just to not overdo anything, and focused on being in my room and sleeping instead. And just try to do as little as possible in training, but also to just recover. It's more than that. It's hydration and nutrition. And other than that, just hope that it's going to be a little bit better.
Tactically tonight, how did you read that race so that it would play into your favor?
I tried to run as smart as I could and conserve as much energy as possible. And I think I did that fairly well. I was probably not I mean, it's difficult because obviously I didn't feel 100% today either. So and my mental awareness in the race is probably a little bit worse than it would have been if I felt good. So I just tried to save energy, and I really didn't get anything from the boards or cameras or timing or anything in the race.
You have 2 gold medals to show for the 5K, tons of fast times and records in the 1500. Do you think either one of those two is, the stronger of the 2 events for you?
My 5,000 meters is definitely my strongest event, but it's not the event that I see myself doing or want to do well. Of course, I'm focusing on the 1500, and 5,000 meters is more of a consequence of the training I'm doing, and of course my abilities. I'm more of an anaerobic type runner than anaerobic, so of course the longer the distance, the more it's in my favor. But it's all about what I decide to do, and for me, obviously the 1500 meters is the most important event. So of course that's what I'm here to win.
Were you happy with your positioning the last lap, and did you intend to pass Kerr as late as you did?
Yes.
Did you ever have a moment's doubt that you were going to be the champion in that race?
Yes.
Which part?
In the race? Like first 4,950.
What kind of experience was to compete here in Budapest?
Like for everything other than myself, it's been very good. But of course, I'm in my own bubble, and as an athlete, I'm mostly focusing on myself and trying to do as good as I can, and with the tools that I have. But so it's not been a very good experience for me, but the event has been great. The crowd has been great. Everything's been going very smoothly with transportation and hotels and training facilities and everything. So if I just not be in this situation with the infection, I think it would have been a little bit different.
I think you said you were 88% at the 1500 final. What percent do you think you were of your best, and how much did tonight, and how much did the 1500 take out of you?
It's difficult to put it to be that specific, but I'm definitely not 100%. I still feel a little bit swollen up in my throat, and I've been very dizzy this whole day, and of course it's it's easy for me as my body is my main tool to realize that I'm not how I'm supposed to feel, because I'm racing quite a lot, and I've been doing that for my whole life. So I know everything in my warm-up, and when I wake up in the morning and when I do a little bit of 15-minute jog in the morning, I know how everything is going to feel. And of course it's so it's not been ideal, but I knew going into this race that I needed to do a better tactical race than my opponents to be able to win, and I think I just did that.
Do you think there was anything else in your build-up that could have explained you not feeling great at this meet, or
No,
was it
because
just the
the thing is that my build-up has never been better. So that's the worst part, that I couldn't show the world that I could have won with a bigger distance in the 5K, and of course I believe I could have won the 1500. I'm definitely not been stronger physically going into this championship before, so of course it's not a fun experience to not be able to show that, and that's why I can't say that I've been able to do my best in this championship, and for me that's the most important thing.
Do you still plan to chase the 2K world record in Brussels, or will that be kind of based on how you feel?
I think everything from here on until the end of the season is I need to see how I'm feeling, of course. If I'm not 100% going into the next races, then there's no point. It's it doesn't give me anything. Of course, I'm here to race as much as I can and do as good as I can, and if there's something holding me back, obviously there's no point.
Now that you've done this now with 3 World Championships, how do you feel about trying to do it next year? And so the first time, is there any differences to you? To try and do it in Olympics versus
I think for me as an athlete in athletics, I see the World Athletics Championship as a pretty big deal compared to the Olympics. I think that's more of a celebration of physical activity or different sports. So it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with my sport. So of course, not being able to have a World Championship title in the 1500 meter event, it's something I'm gonna chase, and that's important to me.
You mentioned earlier, like, trying to do something different to make sure you don't get sick again, like at a World Championship.
But I'm always trying to do everything.
Is there anything you can do?
No, not really, other than I think I see, infections and illness in general as probably a cup that you pour a lot of viruses into, and eventually it's gonna affect your body. And I usually have a week with an infection in the winter, and I have one in the middle of the summer. And so, of course, with me being so isolated and trying to do as good as I can for the weeks and months leading up to this championship, I kind of pushed it a little bit out. Last year, I got an infection the last week of June, so it's pretty similar, and I think I was relatively lucky compared to the World Championship at that time. And this year, I just think it's extremely unlucky. But I think it's all about 6 months span of being affected by something, and right now it just hit the worst possible time.
It's a sinus infection. Do you know what the specific?
No, I haven't done any blood tests. I'm trying to keep as much blood in my body as I possibly could for natural causes. But I'm just gonna have to take it easy now for the next week or so, and decide what to do in training and coming up races.
Assuming you get back to full health, what do you want to accomplish the rest of the season? Anything?
I mean, it's as much as I can. But obviously this has been the main goal for the season, so everything else is secondary, and obviously if it doesn't work out here, then there's always a new race, but the most important thing is to try to be fit when it really matters.
It'd be a big deal for you to try and race Josh Kerr again, to try and get some revenge, or
No.
no?
He was just the next guy. So it's like if I hadn't ran in the final, he would probably have won. That's how I see the race. Obviously, if you stumble and fall, someone is gonna win the race. He was just the next guy.
Were you surprised the Ethiopians didn't push the pace today?
Both yes and no. I believe they did what they could with the tools that they had in this championship. I don't think the 10K was convincing from any of their teammates or Ethiopians, but I think everybody's just trying to do their best, and with people don't running faster, it's because they can't.
Will you celebrate this title? You see, you just.
What was the shrug at the end that you did?
No, it's just. I mean, of course, it's a feeling of relief. Of course, I want to accomplish as much as I can, but at the same time, it's. Right now, I feel like, of course, there's something holding me back, showing my true potential. But obviously, there's a sign of relief, winning a race in a world championship, all things considered.